All right, so you're here with us because you really want to dive deep into something meaningful, right? And you don't have time for all the fluff. You want to get straight to the core of what matters. And today we're going to do exactly that with the story of Andrej Lazarov.
A North Macedonian footballer whose journey is tragically cut short way too young.
Yeah, a story that goes way beyond the football pitch. March 16, 2025, just 25 years old.
We've got a lot to unpack here, so let's start from the beginning. Andrej's story begins September 8, 1999, Kocheni, North Macedonia. And it's not your typical academy prodigy story, is it?
No, not at all. We're talking about a kid with a ball in the streets, that pure love for the game.
That's where it starts for so many, that raw passion. You can't teach that.
And for Andrej, that passion led him to FK Metalurg Skopje at 10 years old. But even then, there were signs.
Yeah, even at that age, he was different. Think about it. He was playing central midfield, understanding space tactics, while other kids were just focused on scoring goals. It's a sign of natural intelligence for the game.
A tactical brain at 10, that's impressive. So at 16, he moves to FK Rabotnički. What made that move so important?
Well, you have to consider the football landscape in North Macedonia, Rabotnički. It's a step up in terms of their youth system, much more professional and structured, a great breeding ground for talent.
So from the streets to serious training, a big shift.
Absolutely. From instinct to honing those skills, passing accuracy, stamina, that understanding of teamwork, it all comes together.
And he becomes captain of their youth team. That says a lot about his character.
Absolutely. Being a captain, it's more than just skill. It's leadership, communication, inspiring your teammates. He clearly had that from a young age.
And all of that leads to his professional debut in 2018, a huge moment, I imagine.
Oh, it's the dream for any young player, that first step into senior professional football. But it's a different beast altogether, higher stakes, experienced opponents.
So he makes it to FK Rabotnički 2018. He's a pro, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. What were some of the challenges he faced making that jump?
The jump to professional football is immense. The intensity, the speed, the physicality, every mistake magnified. It's a huge test for a young player like Lazarov, handling that pressure, adapting to the pace, earning the trust of those around him.
And at Rabotnički, his role was box-to-box midfielder. Explain that one for us.
Imagine a player active in both defense and attack, covering a lot of ground tackling, winning the ball back, but then also having the vision to create attacks, stamina, passing range, a real blend of skills. And Lazarov, even if he wasn't always scoring goals, he was crucial to how the team functioned.
Then in 2019, he goes on loan to GFK Tikvesh. Those loan spells can be make-or-break moments, right? How did this one impact him?
Loans are often about getting consistent playing time, something that might be hard at a bigger club. At Tikvesh, Lazarov got those minutes on the pitch, built his confidence, developed his game in a competitive environment. He ends up making 43 appearances, scoring 4 goals. The right environment can be a game changer.
So he thrived there, and that led to a permanent move in 2022. Then in 2023, he goes abroad to NK Rudeš in Croatia. What's it like adapting to a whole new league, a new country?
It's a whole different ball game, literally. Every league has its own style tactics. The overall quality can be different. And then there's the off-the-field stuff. A new culture language, being away from your usual support system. It's a lot to handle.
He makes 13 appearances, scores a goal, clearly making his mark, then moves to HNK Gorica, another Croatian team in 2024, and then back home to KF Shkupi before his passing. He packed in a lot of experience in a short time. How important is that kind of exposure?
Imagine it, each new team, new league, it's like opening up a new chapter in your football education. New tactics, new coaching styles, different teammates, opponents. It forces you to adapt, grow, become a more well-rounded player. Every experience adds another layer.
So let's talk about his style. The description that stands out is a midfielder who made the team tick. What gave him that influence?
You're talking about footballing intelligence, a disciplined approach, a strong work ethic. He wasn't always the flashiest player, but he understood the game. He made smart decisions. He worked hard to control the midfield. That's valuable.
What about specific skills? What were his strengths?
Passing was a big word. Short passes, long passes. Switching the play, he could control the tempo, create chances. Defensively, very aware, disciplined, breaking up attacks, protecting his back line. He wasn't the fastest, but he was smart, quick thinking, always in the right place.
So a versatile player, someone who could slide into different roles in the midfield.
Absolutely. He could play holding midfielder, playmaker, more attacking. He understood the different facets of the game. That's a valuable asset to any team.
And that captaincy in his youth, it suggests leadership qualities. Did that carry over into his professional career?
Leadership goes beyond the armband. It's how you carry yourself, how you communicate with your teammates, the example you set through your work rate. Lazarov had that even if he wasn't always the captain, he was a respected figure on and off the pitch.
He also had a knack for scoring important goals, even though he wasn't a prolific scorer.
That takes composure, the ability to handle pressure, stepping up in those big moments. He understood those key moments and wasn't afraid of them.
So when you look at his career, the overall impression is a positive impact, someone who earned trust everywhere he went.
Absolutely. Consistent, hardworking, a positive influence on every team he is part of. That's what you want to see.
And then we come to the tragedy of his passing the nightclub fire in Kochani, March 16th, 2025. Such a young life cut short.
A terrible tragedy, and the details surrounding it make it even more heartbreaking.
The reports of his incredible bravery during the fire. Can you tell us about that?
It's almost unbelievable he escaped the fire initially, but then turned around and went back in to try and save others. Truly selfless, and tragically, he succumbed to smoke inhalation.
That level of courage, it goes beyond anything you see on the pitch.
Absolutely. His club, KF Shkupi, they paid tribute to his bravery and the outpouring of grief from fans, teammates, coaches. It shows you the kind of impact he had as a person, not just a player.
It really changes how you view his legacy, doesn't it? It's not just about the football. It's about this extraordinary act of selflessness.
Exactly. His career was cut short, but that memory of his courage, his willingness to risk his own life for others, that's what will be remembered.
So when you think about Andrej Lazarov's story, what are the things that really stand out to you?
It's that reminder that we often celebrate athletic achievements, but it's the person's character, their actions that define their true impact. Lazarov's journey, it emphasizes hard work, discipline, and above all, selflessness. He was a great player, but his final act shows the depth of his character.
And for North Macedonian football, this must be a huge loss.
Absolutely. A promising young talent gone too soon, a real loss for the entire football community there.
It's a powerful reminder that football, like life, is about more than just the game. It's about the people, the journeys, the impact they make on the world. Andrej Lazarov was a true champion in every sense.
He was resilient, dedicated, and ultimately gave his life trying to save others. That says it all.
It really makes you think about the legacy we all leave behind, how our actions can have such a lasting impact. It makes you question what kind of mark you want to leave on the world.
A powerful thought, and one worth reflecting on.
Absolutely. All right, that's our deep dive into the story of Andrej Lazarov.
A life cut short, but a legacy that will endure.
Thank you for joining us.
It was a pleasure.
Until next time.